Let's cut some fucking grass.
Welcome to Into the Green podcast. I'm your host, BJ Wallace, and joining me once again is Joel Barnett from InStyle Gardens. Joel, how are you, mate?
Oh, I'm very excited to be back and have what should be good audio, and I can see you clearly because the last one was horrific.
That was insane. You're wearing some flash headphones this time.
Well, I think my son got these when he was 6, so he's probably, these are like 7-year-old headphones, but they're doing the trick.
Mate, if it works, it works. That's the thing with the old school technology. At least it worked.
Yeah, it's a plug-in one, so yeah, so far so good.
Perfect. Yeah, mate, I'm still caught today. I don't trust myself to charge these headphones, and I think eventually I'm going to have to invest in a better set. But for now, these will do. I'm not making money out of the podcast, so I'm not going to invest too much into it. But mate, how's everything been going? I know you've got some things coming up and things you're doing, and I've seen that you've decided to clean out your shed a little bit.
No, that was a year ago. We moved out of the shed, but when I moved out of it, because I had a yard at that old shed, and I had, like most landscapers, if you got space, you keep pavers. Like when you finish your job, you got like 3 square meters left, so you just chuck it in the yard. Think I'll use that in another job, but then they build up and you never use it. And so we moved out of sheds, and I got rid of them all. I gave most away to anyone who wanted them for free, and then chucked out the rest. And the shed I was moving into was the same size shed, but no yard. So I thought, well, this is good because I'm not going to keep any pots. Because like when we plant jobs out, I'd keep the plastic pots because I wanted to do propagation and grow plants on later on. But never did that either, even though I was there for like 8 years. So I thought, this will be okay because I haven't got the yard. I won't keep stuff because space is more limited. And next thing you know, 12 months later, I've got pavers all over the place and pots, and it's happening again.
Best intentions.
It is.
That's cool.
Yeah,
do you guide customers towards the same type of pavers that you've got in stock, or do you say, hey, I've got these, I'll give them to you like 30 cents each cheaper or something like that?
No, that's absolutely. So I do design. So if I'll design in stuff I know that I've already got. So if it's like some crazy paving pieces, there might not be enough to do like a big crazy paving area, but you could do steppers. So you can do that somewhere. And yeah, but that's the thing. Like you might have a certain amount left over, but if you haven't got quite enough, you order a few more, allowing for what you've already got. But then somehow I always end up with more than what I started with at the start anyway. So yeah, it doesn't seem to work out. But luckily, like I just posted that reel just as a bit of a laugh. But another landscaper I know needed something that I had, like some of the pavers. So he's going to grab them. So that worked out pretty well. So some of the pavers are gone.
Perfect, man. That's what you want, eh? You want to on-sell. Mate, I've moved a lot of bricks in the last couple of months, all the shit that we've been doing around here, and it's, mate, paving is, that'd be some labor-intensive work if you do it the old school way and just carry everything by hand. Do you have, like, labourers and stuff you get in when you're paving, and you just do you do everything? I mean, look at you.
I do everything. That's my favourite thing to do.
Is it? Yeah.
Like, I know other companies who there'll be one person who he'll be down on his knees on a knee pad, and he'll have 2 labourers. So one of them mixes mortar and then shovels the mortar onto where the paver has to go, and the other one just keeps bringing pavers, and the person who's paving just stays down and lays them. But the people who, it's not that hard to work out how to carry a paver, so they're not learning anything by doing that. And then mixing mortar is the same. It's not the most complex thing in the world once you get it right. But paving is a lot more complex. So those employees aren't learning how to actually pave. Whereas I reckon you're better off teaching them as much as you can early on. So the quicker they can do everything, the more valuable they are. Because if, for example, the person who lays the pavers is away and the other 2 are there, they can't lay any pavers. But if one or both of them can, then they're more valuable. So it's my favourite thing to do because it's physical and I just enjoy it as well.
It gets you some views on Instagram, and mate, I love watching it, especially the time lapse things. I think time lapse stuff, it's got to be paving, pressure cleaning, lawn care, obviously, and there's something else. I forget what it is, but those are the 3. Like I love watching the crazy pave because it's way more interesting. Like I've got so much that Lou wants me to do around this pool area, and I'm like, that's not me, eh? Like I'm not a paver. Like I put pavers out the front, and some fella that was delivering. Oh, actually, he was delivering to next door. Literally drove up on my grass, and I only put 4 pavers in, and he managed to put his tires on 2 of the fucking things, and just popped them out of the ground. I was like, what was the point of watering the fucking things in the first place? I just got old mate just running them over.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
So,
like, it's funny. They often will come and walk on it. Like you could have barrier tape up, and they'll step over it to deliver a package. I've seen that happen.
I took the barrier tape down the day before he ran over it. I was like, "You fucking serious, mate? Come on!" But mate, I'm not a paving specialist. It's funny. I talk to a lot of people who do a lot of different jobs in this industry. I'm like, man, I just love cutting grass. I love cutting grass. I love hedging. I love I love gardening and all those sort of things. But when it comes to like paving and doing like you got sharp hedges up here in Brizzy doing these massive hedge jobs, and you got the boys down there like leaf by leaf and stuff. They're getting real intricate, and they're doing, and Remy doing landscaping and stuff. It's insane. Like talking to my daughter, she actually did a little thing for, I think it was for business. And she's like, oh, what different avenues can you take in your industry? I'm like, oh my God, like there's so many. And I only want to do like 4 of them. So
yeah, it's insane.
Not on that list.
Like I'm the same with trimming topiary balls. Like, cause I've seen people do them, and just get the shears and just clip away. Like that's not too hard. Just take off a little bit of the time. So I got some and started doing it, and it's insanely hard. Like when you don't know what you're doing, especially when you're starting to shape it. Like if it's already got the shape, you can almost just take a bit off. But if you just got a big fluffy bush and you want to shape it to start with, I couldn't believe how complex it was.
It's crazy. Those guys really, I take my hat off to them because everything looks like. I can cut like square ball, all like normal hedges, but then when these boys start getting the shears out, getting the real finesse stuff happening, my God, I don't know if I've got the patience for that. I see them, like Craig Ratcliffe, he'll rock out on a ball hedge with a pair of shears. I'm like, oh, I would have fucking hit that with the pole hedger.
I've got a little handheld one. I'll just go along and do that. Yeah, little Makita.
Is it a little? Oh, it's a Makita one, is it? Okay, cool. I know Still have one, and I think Milwaukee might have one as well. But yeah, I would genuinely probably just jump on the pole hedger. I hit everything. We don't even own in our business. I think when I first started, I bought a hand hedger, and I also bought a short. It was about 6 inches. It was like a short attachment for our multi-tool when it was a petrol multi-tool, and it just made it a little shorty hedger. And from that, I basically threw them all away and just went back to pole hedges. If I can't get it with a pole hedger, I'll cut it till I can.
Yeah, you make it work with what you've got.
That's exactly right. No, that's cool, man. So you have you just moved into that new shed like a year ago, and that's like the pots that you've accumulated. So
yeah, because I was going to because I have got the garden show coming up. So what I was going to do was be potting stuff up. So I planned on putting stuff into these bigger pots so they grow more. Yep. But I didn't end up doing that, so I've just got the pot sitting there.
So you're doing a garden this year at the Melbourne show?
It's we start building. I think it's 5 weeks, I reckon. Possibly even sooner, whatever the 16th of March is. That's when first day on site is. So tomorrow I'll be working at my shed and doing another one of those crazy paving set of steps to start building as much of it beforehand. So that and everything I'm building is on a pallet. So then when we get to the show, we'll build a floor and then just fork everything in on where it's got to go. So hopefully that's how you save a bit of time.
Oh, maybe that's maybe I can come down, eh? Maybe that's a good idea. Another tax write-off.
Yeah. Have you been before?
No, I haven't. It's one of the many shows. Like, there's so many shows around Australia. That's one that I really want to get to, and it's one that I haven't been to yet. So, when is it? Is it it's later in the year, isn't it? Like August? Is that right?
Nah.
It's not that late.
No, you get 9 days to build it on site. So we start on the 16th, and it goes from the 25th to the 29th is when it's open of March.
Oh, I thought it was way later in the year. I don't know why I thought it. was around our show time. So, that's maybe I won't. I got a lot of travel coming up this year.
It's pretty soon.
I got heaps.
Just leave your employee to run everything.
Yeah, well, new employee starts Monday, which I'm excited about. Obviously, we've spoken about that before, and just off air, it's been a slog. But hopefully, this guy, he's ready, he's keen. He's just he's been doing a lot of jobs that just aren't him. He loves the industry. He's been in it before, but he just didn't like the back end. So yeah, it's going to be really convenient. Starting with someone, and sort of teaching him how we do business. Obviously, he's probably got some preconceived sort of images of what he wants to do. But look, if he's got the skills already, that's half the job done, I think. But yeah, it's hard, man. I'm talking to so many people. Staff is a very, very hard thing to nail at the moment, unfortunately.
That was your guy doing the same sort of stuff that you do?
So I think he was doing more residential and commercial. So he was taking care of some McDonald's contracts and a couple of commercials and a few residentials. So we mainly target the bigger stuff. I'm loving the fields and stuff. Like over this summer period, I've been doing 2 cuts a week, and then it moves into winter. We basically cut weekly all year round, which is good. And then in summer, double cuts. So yeah, I'm loving that, and I'd love to get some more. So I'm hoping when this season kicks off, that the quality of the fields will draw some more business. So especially local business. I know of a few fields that could do with a bit of TBL magic.
Are they sports fields? Are they?
Yeah. So I've got a footy club that I take care of, and a soccer club. But I want more. Like they're so, mate. It's light work for the machines. It's there's no bumps. It's just a chilled environment. The boys just walk around and whip. We spray some edges here and do some gardening there. But basically, it's just the things I love: cutting grass, whipping edges, and a bit of chems here and there. But that's about it. But yeah, so have you had any big projects? I saw you posted a video of was it a grand opening of somewhere down your way?
Yeah.
Is that something that did you design some landscaping there and do some work there?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, that one. It's the Queenscliff Hotel, so I can't remember how old it is. It'd be at least, it might have been like 1860 or something. I'd have guessed that it would have been original. So It's like a classic old building, and they've it used to be pretty popular back in the day, like 15 years ago, but then I think whoever had it then sold it, and then there's been multiple people going in to try and do something with it, and they've all lost money on it. So it's never been.
True.
Because it's a really old town, Queenscliff.
Yep.
So it's coastal. And
what coast is that like near? Is that
it's the
near
Ballarat Peninsula?
Rosebud?
Yeah. So there's a next to, I don't know if it's next to, but near Rosebud is Sorrento, and there's a ferry that goes from Sorrento to Queenscliff. So
okay. Is that towards Lord?
Or is that not really? That's further along.
Okay, cool.
So that's. Yeah.
I kind of have my bearings now. I'm not super familiar about like I've done a bit. I've been to Bells Beach and stuff, and like honestly, man, it's some of the most incredible. Like, yeah, Victoria is an insanely beautiful place. I really do love it down there. Phillip Island. We went to Phillip Island when we were down for the show, and that was insane too. But yeah, that's it. The video, man, I was like, whoa, that is cool.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest projects we've been a part of. Like, we designed the garden. Like, the garden's this on tomorrow. What day is today? So Monday, there's some massive trees going in that I went out and picked out, I reckon, a year ago. So it's pretty cool for them to go in. So they're in like an outdoor courtyard where there's dining tables underneath them. So I had to make sure they had at least 2 meters of clear trunk, so that people aren't going to hit their head. Unless they're bigger than 2 meters, then they might. But they'd be used to that anyway. Yeah. So there's 5 of them in a courtyard with tables and chairs underneath, so they're going in, and it opens on the 14th of March, I think. And I've been invited to like a practice run beforehand, so pretty excited for that because I've got a fancy chef there, and I do like some fancy food.
Oh, suit and tie for you?
Probably not. No, I don't think it'll be that much, but I'll probably have to ask someone else who's going what they're going to wear, so I don't look like an idiot.
I always do that, man. I have no idea about like. I'm not very cultured, I guess.
Same.
I don't know if it's that, but yeah, I never know exactly what to wear. I don't know if what I put on my body, I'm like, what do we have? We had a Western themed 40th / engagement party / wedding the other day, and I was like, Western theme, and then I get there and everyone's wearing country like ringers gear, and like I was like, fuck, this isn't Western. I'm there with a plastic 6-shooter on my side, and I had suspenders on and a cowboy hat, and I looked like a fucking gold miner. I was like, I've missed the brief, but then I saw someone dressed up as Woody from Toy Story, so I'm like, whoo, I'm good.
Yeah, I usually go over the top. I'd rather be too dressed up than not enough.
Yeah,
But because that shows you that I truly am. If I don't dress up enough, that's because I am a bogan myself. So
yeah, me too, man. I was gonna go and chuck a shirt on. I was like, nah, fuck that. It's too hot. It's warm up here. Brisbane's really turning on the heat at the moment. So, and because we got about 50 mils week before last, it's getting a bit humid.
yeah.
But you guys, man, how like with your work, how is like everything? I'm guessing you're putting in irrigation and all that, but what's it like to work in these conditions? Because I'm thinking like digging and shit like that would just be insanely hard.
It depends where you're working because some areas like the Bellarine Peninsula, it's all sand, so it's really good digging there.
Yeah,
but yeah, I love the heat. I'd be happy to work. I'd rather work in 40 degrees than 10 degrees any day of the week because I like working
maybe
hard.
you should move up here.
Yeah, I did enjoy there. Well, I don't know if I told you when you were on mine, but when I was an employee, my boss tried to have a business in Geelong as well as on the Sunshine Coast. So he was flying up and back, and there was a job that we did. So there was 2 weeks in July that we went up to the Sunshine Coast to work, and we'd start at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was out the door in a singlet straight away, even though it was the middle of winter. It was probably only 25 degrees, but that was hot enough for me.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like it's not that like realistically we're not that far away from each other, but that first show we did in Melbourne nearly killed me. It was so cold. Like that 6 degrees and raining is just something that I don't get to experience up here. It's fucking crazy. I was like, whoa. Like Lou was Lou and her sister Sammy were really suffering doing those raffle tickets. They couldn't feel their hands and they were like cramping up trying to write. I was like, ugh, I was sweating because I was just doing laps of the show. But yeah, man, it's pretty chalk and cheese when it comes to weather. And you guys, speaking of contractors and stuff, it has actually been way too long since you've had rain. Like I think, you guys got a couple of mil at the end of the year last year.
Yeah, it hasn't been much. On Sunday or tomorrow, they're supposed to. I don't know what the update is, but tomorrow is going to be 30 with 4 to 15 mil of rain, and that's a lot for us.
Oh, for real? Yeah, that is.
But
mate, I know some very excited people then.
But during the week, it was supposed to be there was a 0 to 10 day, and it was 0. So
Oh Jesus, it's heartbreaking though because being on groups like LMCA and stuff, like we had a period there we had no rain and we had really like shocking weather, just vacuuming out all of the moisture, and I was a bit like, oh, this sucks. But then, you get a reminder from these guys that they've been waiting for rain for so long. But then I know as well, a couple of weeks ago, there was a little bit of rain that floated over and some of the boys got it and some of them didn't. And, you see posts go up, oh yeah, we got some rain here in Melbourne. It's like, fucking not everyone. And then you see the poor buggers that missed out. They're like, oh.
Yeah, I think then we didn't get it in Geelong, and we're only an hour south of where Melbourne. So yeah, you never know.
That's insane. Speaking of the show, man, you coming up to the Goldie?
Yep, got myself a booth up there.
It's, boy.
It's the first booth I booked, but I'm doing 1 or 2 before then.
But, so you have a bit of experience?
Yeah, I'll be a 3-time by the time I get up there, at least.
Awesome, sweet man. Well, why don't you tell everyone what it's all about? Well,
after 2 years of saying that I'm doing a landscaping course, like an online landscaping course, I finally finished it. So 7 days. It was actually when we started this. So 4 o'clock today. It was a week exactly since I launched it. So it was something I'd been working on for ages. Obviously not full time for 2 years because it's not that
Yep.
Not that much work in it, but there was a lot more work than I thought there would be. But the reason where it came from was I had people reaching out to me asking where they could learn a certain skill of landscape construction without doing an apprenticeship, and there isn't anywhere basically. So I decided to make the course myself. But unfortunately for those people who asked initially, like 2.5 years ago, they probably could have done an apprenticeship in the time it's taken me to get the course out. But we're here now for everyone else who's looking for something. So so it's just an online course where you can do certain element there's 6 or 7 courses. I didn't mean the 6, 7 there. I apologise if I've done that. But so people can do that online, and it's there's 3 kind of groups of people that's targeted at, and garden maintenance people are one, as well as DIY people and landscapers. So, because I imagine when people are doing maintenance and they've got their regular clients, they build up good relationships with the clients, and the clients want to get a little bit of paving or something done. So rather than having to give that work to someone else, they might be able to take it on themselves. But if they wanted to, so obviously yourself, you just like cutting grass.
I'm just nodding. Yeah, mate. I honestly like working for villages. There is multiple opportunities. Like one of my biggest villages, every single driveway is paved, and they've just started getting them all done. And look, it would have been fantastic if I had the knowledge and I would have put in a quote, but it's one of those things, like I've built a maintenance business. So to invest, I'd have to invest in staff to run the maintenance business, or I'd have to invest in people to do the paving, one or the other. And I kind of get left out. I probably wouldn't learn a fucking thing. I'd just get the course for someone else. But yeah, no, honestly, like for guys, I did interview a few cool cats and kittens that would really benefit from it, because they had all the skills. Like, one young fella, he did fencing, and he did paving, and he did concreting, and he did landscaping laborer. And I'm thinking, like, someone like that could really use a course like yours just to bump the knowledge up a notch, and then, start their own, lots of handymen businesses, how they dive into the landscaping sort of side of things, and they do some incredible work. They're just not certified landscapers.
Yeah, and this doesn't give anyone a certification. Like, I've had a few people asking if there's any type of RPL that gives them for a qualification or anything like that, but I haven't gone down that path because I imagine it'd be quite expensive and, be a lot more effort involved. But even landscapers, because landscaping, like the green industry, is such a broad trade that you could be qualified as a landscaper and never have done crazy paving, or there's certain elements. It's like you could work for 10 years mowing lawns and never have done a residential one, or never, and you never done any hedging or anything. So even though you're doing garden maintenance, it doesn't mean you know everything about garden maintenance. So there'll be landscapers who will benefit out of it as well.
It's just like a refresher. And it's how long do you think it would take to get through the course, or is it like study at your leisure sort of course? You can, once you've bought it, it's yours.
Yeah. So the longest one is, I think, 2.5 hours, or like 2 hours and 40 minutes. So you could sit through, and that's how long it'll take you to go through it. The shortest one might be an hour or something. Like, there's a free one for doing a pondless waterfall, which is 45 minutes. So that's just sort of give people a taste on what the course is like. And I made that free because it's only the second one I've built, so I'm not that experienced in that, doing that. So it's a bit rude to charge people to teach you how to do something I don't know how to do that well myself. But yeah, I think there'd be people who, like, there's a fella who bought a bunch of courses he started out on his own like 3 months ago. So I don't know what type of work he was doing prior to that, like how experienced he was in the landscape construction side of things. But that's the type of person I love to see doing it, and I'm pretty excited when I get to see someone who's bought it and see what they actually make, so that they And one of the strong selling points of the course is that I'll be like a coach for the people who buy the course as well. So if they get any questions, then I can help them out along the way, like whether that's with actually building it or quoting. That's part of the deal as well.
That's awesome, man. It's so there's you can buy like individual courses to sort of, just grab the knowledge that you want at the time, or is it just one big package?
There's both. So the 6 courses, like the free one is the Ponds Waterfall, but the 6 courses are flexible paving, so brick paving, rigid paving, that's paving on mortar. There's a crazy paving one, which is like that. That's the one that gets all the views when you put that on Instagram because it's on the steps.
Yeah.
There's deck building, natural stone cladding, and concreting basics. So they're the 6 courses. So you can buy them all individually, or you can bundle them up. There's like a 4 for the price of 3 deal, and then you can buy all of them for the price of 4. So
nice. Yeah. That sort of stuff really resonates with me because I'm a visual learner. When it comes to, I remember going to TAFE and doing it was like a sort of like a gateway path building thing for jobs, and it was good. Like you just learn I would learn so much more when we were actually out in the field. Like I did a spray course and all that sort of stuff, and we would actually physically do it. When we got back into the classroom and we were talking about it, I'm like, fuck, whatever. Like it didn't really compute. I don't know. That's the way my brain works. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that works like that. So having something that you can look at, sort of take in and then go back to, I'm sure that's going to be pretty beneficial for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you go to TAFE, if you don't take in what you learnt, that's it. Like, and you often can't get any feedback on it. But yeah, this one you'll be able to have whenever you like and go back to it when you actually, like, so you can learn it. And then when you start building something, you can grab your phone out and go through it again. So yeah, hopefully people can learn something out of it.
Yeah, well, that's the cool thing. I really want to have a squiz at the concreting because I'm no good at that. And the stone cladding, that's something that I know that Lou would like me to look at. Oh no, Joel. Are you still there? Joel. And we're back. We lost each other for a bit there, but we followed the breadcrumbs and we are reunited.
My apologies, that was my internet, so I'm sorry.
Nah, mate, who fucking knows? Internet is for the billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars that they put into the NBN, it is dog shit.
Yeah. I was talking to someone this other day. Like, there's things like videos and streaming that, work, but compared to that, when you're just trying to open up a normal page, it's no quicker than when we had dial-up internet, I reckon.
No, it's dog shit, and it takes so long like our internet, we've got routers everywhere just to get the internet all over the house, and I'll check it, and it'll say like 65 megabits per second. I'm like, all right, sweet, that's good enough to do everything I need plus. And then I'll be doing a podcast or something, and it'll just drop out. Like that's the thing, it drops in and out. It's never a constant signal. I'm like, fucking hell, like you pay a lot. And as a taxpayer, I've already paid a lot and we're getting shit. So, yeah. I mean, I don't expect to keep business if I keep giving people shit cuts. So, someone needs to come up with something better. I don't know if Starlink might be an option for us. I don't know if that's. So, yeah, because this little room that I'm down here in is brick. So, again, like I've got a router that's just around the corner from where I'm sitting now. So, I should have pretty decent internet, but just who knows? Who knows? I'm no tech guy. Yeah. I need someone in here.
Yeah.
Where were we? We were talking about. We were still talking about the school, the landscaping school. So, yeah, how are you going to go with advertising? Are you going to advertise it through all your social media, or like? Because that's what I've found works really well. If I use one of my platforms to advertise all of the platforms, It's just like collaborate.
Yeah, I haven't put it like when I do Instagram posts. I've got there's the InStyle Gardens one and the Landscaping School. Have got their own page, so I haven't shared it on the Landscaping Podcast page. But I reckon like 75% of the people who signed up, because I've got like a "How did you find out about us?" Question
very cool.
at the checkout, and 75% have been from the Landscaping Podcast. So it's one of those things that, like, people, when I started doing it, people said, "What are you doing this for? Have you got a course or anything?" I said, "No, I just like talking to people." So, yeah. And I always think if you start doing something, you'll come up with a solution for it later. So, because I started the podcast nearly 5 years ago, and now 5 years in, I'm technically making money from it because of that. So
nice.
You build up that reputation and the knowledge that you know what you're talking about, and then it pays for itself eventually.
That's so cool. I mean, that's kind of the same deal with the this podcast and the expo and things like that. So, anything to bring eyes. I was just talking to Lou, and mate, thank you for you gave us a bit of a review. You sent me a message saying that was a good episode with Lou. I love it. I love talking to people as well. But she's definitely my co-host. Like we do bounce off each other well. And yours wasn't the only message I got. I got a fair few come through, and I think I've convinced her. I think we're going to try and do something like obviously I'm always going to be trying to talk to contractors, and I've got a builder from another podcast now, that's Dramas, Brody Hetherington. So I'm hoping to talk to him in the near future. Unfortunately, I was going down to Newcastle, and that's where he is. But unfortunately, due to all the other travel that I'm doing this year, I can't go down there anymore. But it still should be good if we can get together online and do something. But he's a builder, and maybe one on, one off. So I'll interview someone 1 week, and then Lou will jump on with me, and we might just, I don't know, maybe we'll just have a few drinks and just talk shit.
Yeah, I like it because it's good having variety. So you don't want to learn about machines. Like some people would want to you're never going to please everyone with every episode, but so there'd be some people who would like to hear about, all the nuts and bolts of tools and machines, and that's all they'd like to hear about. But I like to hear a little bit of that, a little bit of people talking about their business, and then, you and your wife on, and sometimes you'll talk about business and sometimes it's not, but it's all just things I always look for in podcasts is education and entertainment. So if you get one, awesome. If you get both, even better. But as long as you got one of them, it works out all right.
I mean, you're always learning when Lou's on, because I don't know if anyone ever knew that I had bleeding chafe, but but no, it's good because we do bounce off each other well, and everybody sort of everyone commented about the I don't know, just the fact that we can hold a conversation that sort of flows.
Yeah.
And she knows what I'm thinking, and she's been there for all the stories. So, and I tell her everything, so she knows all the juicy bits as well. But no, it's fun. She actually enjoyed it. So the first time she was like, "Oh, that was fucked," and I'm like, "No, it was pretty good." I got heaps of good feedback from it, and it was really like quite a good amount of listeners. And then the second one, she's like, "If I'm doing another one, we're not fucking doing it with that angle. That was horrible." I was like, "Yep, okay, fair enough, no worries." So, the good thing is, if she's going to be doing it with me, then she's going to let me invest in some comfy chairs and maybe a desk and a few other bits and pieces. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, and I can share a story about bleeding chafing as well. When I used to do a lot of running, would have been maybe 20 years ago, but I was training for a marathon, so I went for a 32K run, and I was wearing a white shirt, and because you start sweating, your shirt gets heavier, and like I was probably 20 kilos lighter as well than what I am now, but my nipples were rubbing against my shirt, so I just had a couple of massive red marks where my chest was, because I'd just been bleeding, and then sort of the blood bled through the shirt as I was running because it's all wet, so that was quite painful. So then from then on, I was when I'd run, I'd wear little nipple band-aids so that my shirt wouldn't rub against it. And it's like, if you talk to runners, it's a pretty common thing, but I didn't know about it at the time. But yeah, it's pretty painful.
I remember that I've had the nipple chafe before, but but I got it from surfing. Now, I can't surf, and that's probably the reason why I got it, because my board was, the boys waxed it up for me, and it was this massive, big, heavy chunk of shit, and it was secondhand. It was probably about 50 years old when I got it, and like I was just laying on it, just like paddling around, just having a good time. And I was like, ow, ow. And I didn't realize I had sand on all through the wax. And I got off the board and I just had these bloody nipples. I'm like, oh, that's not hot.
No, the salt water's not going to help that either.
Oh, at least there's no infections. I mean, that was actually an eventful day. One of the funniest things I've ever seen on a beach was this dog got hit up right in the coit with a wave, and it just started spraying watery shit everywhere, and all these people were like grabbing their kids and running away with them. But yeah, that was a good day, but yeah, painful day. It's something, just chafe. It's if they could turn it into a torture method, I would fold, I reckon.
Yeah, especially like if you like when I'd start walking, then my legs are too fat that my thighs would rub together, and then if you go the next day, it stings.
It does, and if you don't treat it well, like I remember, because when I first got it, it was work related, and it was like a Monday or a Tuesday, and you got to dig in, you got to dig deep. So I'd get home, and like I said on the podcast, I'd fucking put my legs behind my ears and I'd point my ass at the fan, and then I'd fucking talcum powder, and then the next day I'd 3B, and I was wearing step 1. I was doing everything that I could, and at the end of the day you'd still be like sort of limping around or walking like you've just rode a horse for a day. It's a horrible thing, and it's good now. Like, it's not too bad now. I'll get it from time to time when it's like a real big gnarly day, and I've sweated heaps, and then I've dried out, and then I've sweated heaps and then dried out. But yeah, it's not nice. I fucking feel bad for anyone who gets like real bad stuff all the time.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lucky because my legs naturally look like I've been riding a horse. Like I can't touch my knees together. If my ankles are touching, my knees are nowhere near each other. So
oh, well, that's all right. I got tree trunks all the way up. It's it's pretty weird because I've got no ass at all. It's just a flat, like a piece of plasterboard. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, it's literally like a piece of plasterboard with a line just drawn down it. That's what my back end looks like. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. But hopefully one day I'll get some squats in and I'll get a nice big booty.
Yeah, I'll give my son a bit of grief because he's got one. He's got a big ass at the moment.
Oh, he's got a badonk.
Because he's super skinny. So, so we always, give him a lot of grief, which he doesn't enjoy, but we all do.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Like, I don't know why. Some people just don't have asses.
Yeah.
And like, even when I was working out, like back in the day, I used to play footy and we train a lot, and we'd obviously play, and I was running and doing squats and bench and everything. Like, I was really fit. I was about 123 kilos in grade 12. But I was a fit 123 kilos, and I still didn't have an ass then. And the worst thing about it is like even drawstring pants, because I can't really wear anything without a drawstring because they just fall down. Like, the amount of times we live on a main road, and the amount of times I've been carrying groceries in, and I've got my phone in one pocket and my wallet in the other, and at the shop I got a bit too much change. And I'm there, and I've had to spread my legs out, and I'm just waddling into the house carrying all these bags, so I don't show off my ass to the whole neighborhood. It's it's a real. I mean, I should go on the NDIS. It's pretty severe.
Yeah, otherwise you end up with your pants around your ankles carrying your shopping in. You'll trip over. It's dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll put that in our new health and safety manual that we're doing up. If you have no ass, you must wear drawstring or belt at all time.
Do you have like systems and procedures and that type of thing that you get your employees to look at?
Yeah, we do. So I think we're going to let it lapse, but we're CM3 certified, but it doesn't mean that we can't use all the forms and have the staff and stuff sign off on it. But the CM3, that was more for our Levante contracts. And it's basically just an oversight on your procedures anyway. So we have them all, and it's just this company basically looks over everything and makes sure that it's all good, and then they give you the fucking tick of approval. I think you need it for any sort of Lavande work, which is mainly retirement villages, Westfields, and I think there's a few other businesses that, commercial spaces and stuff that use it. But realistically, like we don't need it. We've chock a block. Our books are full completely, so we definitely are just going to focus on what we've got at the moment and build from there. With all the new staff coming through, I think that's only fair. I don't want to be throwing them in the deep end on any big new sites that are new to me as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens, because it's one thing to have one new staff member come in, but it's completely different to have two. It's going to be weird because I'm used to I'm going to have a whole new bunch of stories. I'm just going to.
And you get to tell some of your great ones as well.
Yeah, I'll be the popular kid in school again. I'll be like, oh, guess what happened to me? I shit myself and I blamed it on a spider bite. Fucking it. I'm excited about it because like I said, like that's what the podcast is all about, talking to people. So yeah, I got these guys pinned. I'm paying them to listen.
How's the expo planning going?
Mate, Expo's going really well. It's obviously like we started well and truly before we normally would. So a lot of brands have finally caught up and they're like, yep, we're coming. We've locked in all the sponsors. The networking night sponsor jumped on. That's Gravely. Greenworks. We've got Find Your Gardener. So I've signed up to Find Your Gardener, and I've no shit in the last 3 days had like 12 emails with jobs, and I've got the 20-kilometer radius, so some of them are a bit far away for us, but I've snagged a few that are really close, like Capalaba, which is 5 minutes up the road. Yeah. So I'm, like I said before, I can't really take on any work that isn't like I'll take on residential and stuff these days, but they have to be really close to some of our bigger stuff so we can kind of just jump from one to the other. But it's pretty cool. It's the first lead service I've ever used.
And their SEO must be good,
but
because they've only just started out, haven't they?
They literally just kicked off a couple of weeks ago, and there's another guy, Jack, who is using it as well. I've got to touch base with him and see how he's going, but I genuinely have had it's about 12 leads I think so far. I'll have to count them up, but 20 kilometers is it's a big space. I wasn't sure, like 20-kilometer radius, but I picked my suburb, and they just said, like, because I've been talking to them anyway because of the expo and stuff, and they said, oh, look, if you don't want to put your personal address in, you just put, like, I could have put one of my villages and had it surround. If I was actually using my brain, I would have picked one of our villages and just fucking tried to, get a circle at about 10K radius around that. And mate, I'm one of those guys that everything's a fucking afterthought. So unfortunately,
I think there's a lot of us like that.
Oh mate, I think I perform better under pressure. So with all this staff stuff, I was just like, la-di-da-di-da, and everyone's like, aren't you fucking stressed? I'm like, I can't do anything about it anyway. Like, I'm just keep the ads up, keep interviewing people, and eventually one will stick. So yeah, I'm really happy that one's stuck, and now I need to find another.
Yeah, I think you do.
But what about you? Like staff for you? Like you said you've got one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're looking to get more, or you're quite content where you are?
Pretty content, but I know long term it'd be better to have more. So I'll put it on an apprentice one day soon, but my employer hasn't wanted to train an apprentice, so I have to do it. There's been a lot of things that have been keeping me busy that I knew I wouldn't have been able to put any time into it. Like I knew I wanted to get I took a slower start to the year so I could finish the course, and then got the garden show coming up as well. But then after the garden show, then I can start, doing normal work, apart from going off to the expos. But a lot of them are all on weekends anyway. So there's like the Melbourne Home Show, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the landscaping show, which is just one day. And then your one, like we're going to do a holiday then anyway, but that's all July, August. So, but yeah, I'm happy to keep it small because like I've never made more money than than now. So
Yeah.
the more I do, the more work I actually do rather than keeping people busy with work, the more money I make. So and I enjoy doing it as well.
It's very true. Like I know the cost of living thing is just raping everyone. But we're in the same boat. We've never made more money than it was me and an offsider. So yeah, you can't it's upscaling is fine and like if it's doable, it's doable. But like I don't know, there's gotta be a line. Like it's gotta be worth the extra stress, because as soon as you have that extra employee and all that sort of stuff, then you're loading up work for that extra employee. And if they drop off, like obviously we had no idea that Will was going to break his hand. So snap of the fingers, you're down someone and you just, someone like Will, who's had 6 years experience with me. So he knows exactly how all my jobs run, everything. It's just, he's not replaceable at the flip of a switch. So,
Yeah, you hear Gary and Luke both talk about it on their podcasts occasionally, like when you talk about the difference between just when you're a sole trader and how much you need to charge when you put on an employee to be able to pay them the amount that you pay them. It's no one ever thinks I should charge this much, and it's more than what you should be charging when you're starting out. Everyone always charges less because you can't. It's just mind blowing what you actually need to charge to be able to make the money off them.
Yeah. No, I feel bad sometimes actually putting quotes in for what is worth, like what we need to charge. It's not even what we're worth. It's what we need to charge to be profitable and to make sure that, everything's covered plus profit. And it's getting up there. And I guess, other people are, especially in the maintenance business, like lots of people are busy and they need us pretty much like all year round to maintain their property while they're at work. We are a luxury still, I think, but how have you found like I know you've said you've been busy and you've never made more money than now, but how have you found people sort of like leads and stuff for your type of service?
Definitely quieter over the last 12 months than what it was previously, but yeah. And I think it was, I can't remember if it was towards the end of last year or mid last year, but I had more people reaching out to me saying that they needed work, like if I got any work, send it their way, than I ever had before. So the whole industry, I mean, the construction side of things is quieter. But again, because I'm just a two-man show, it doesn't take much to keep me busy, especially the type of work we do, like the Queenscliff Hotel job. If we were there, from start to finish, it'd be probably 2 months, I reckon. So we do a lot of big jobs. And we've got more coming up as well. So at the moment we're doing a lot of little ones, which is like 2-week jobs. But there's a couple of big ones coming up, and I've wanted those smaller ones so that I don't have to worry too much about them. Worry too much about a big one, so I can focus on building the garden show. But
do you get a bit out of the garden show?
It's hard to say because I don't ask people where they get their details from, and I do so many different things to build the profile. So there's the podcast, and there's Instagram, and we're on the block a couple of times, and there's the garden show. So it's just sort of scream from the rooftops that we exist, and then people know we exist, but I don't know what actually works. And that's something I'm looking forward to doing more with the landscaping school, is trying to work out what works and what doesn't. So. Like I did the launch, but I also did some Facebook ads, which I wish I didn't do quite as soon, so I can work out how effective they are. Because at the start you're going to sell more courses than over the longer term. But I'm going to be doing the home show, so I won't do ads while I'm doing a home show. So then I can tell if there's a spike or if they should tick where they hear about it when they purchase. And I've got like Melbourne Home Show, I've got the LLE Expo. So there's those things they can check, but it's good to know what works. So then, you can do it again or not do it if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because I'm keen to go like around the country. So there's the Perth Garden Festival, which is on the same time as the home show. So I'm hoping it works. So then I'll go there next year as well. Actually, yours will be the fourth event that I'll do, because I'm doing one 3 weeks earlier. The Queensland Garden Show is on, I think.
Oh, true. Awesome. So you're going to come up for that. And I think I'll probably be at that too. So, Yeah, that's cool. What about the Toowoomba Flower and Garden Festival?
Yeah, I don't know a lot of the things that exist, so
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot more than people actually think. It's not just in the major cities either. Like, Toowoomba's out of the blue. So it's it's pretty cool. Like, there's a lot more in our industry than I ever thought. Like, especially like with the expo, like I have to check everything that's on for that date because I don't want to clash with anyone.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that sometimes you just can't help it. You got to be close to another show because some of the big ones, the ag fests and farm fests and that, they do an extended period of time at a show. So I'm like, oh, fucking trying to compete with these guys doing 3-day shows, or not compete, just trying to work around them so we don't clash. So the reps aren't mad at me.
Yeah, because you want to, and also you want them to be able to come to your show as well, so that they're not double booked or too close to another one. But I found the cost have been quite a surprising thing as well. So I've looked into the cost of the Queensland Garden Show, for example. That'll cost me $2,000 when you account for the site, like paying for the site, flights, accommodation, and car hire. So that's like I think it's 3 nights or 4 nights. And whereas doing the Melbourne home show, even though I'm driving up and like home every night, that's 3 days as well. That's like $4,500 because it's a really expensive one. So there's no car hire, no flights, no accommodation, but it costs more than double the Queensland Garden Show as well. So it'd be interesting to see if it's worth doing that, or it might be worth not even doing the Melbourne one. It's actually more profitable to fly around the country and do them.
Jeez, they must be putting a bit extra on the on the bill for the CMFEU.
Yeah, I think so. But yes, it's like they're probably it'd be interesting to see what the numbers are like in terms of the people who go as well. So it'd be fascinating. And it's not like an insane amount of money that if you don't sell any, that it's not the end of the world. So that's been a good thing as well. I haven't sort of shut down landscaping and put all my eggs into this basket. It's just something that's going to live there on the side.
I know, like, I know exactly what you mean because I've been talking to Lou about, like, I want to build up TBL pays the bills. The Lawn and Land Equip Expo is kind of like our future plan. So we're just trying to build every single year. We have to keep building and building and building. But in the meantime, TBL's paying the bills. Like, with all the stuff, because we invest so much into the Lawn and Land Equip Expo because it is, our passion, and everything costs money. Like, everything costs money. When we go to another show, so if we go to, say, Farm Fest to catch up with people who are distributors of different stuff, that's a day off work. Then that's our tickets, and there's a day off work for Lou as well because we go together. And then obviously, after a couple of hours walking around, like you're going to have a feed. You're probably going to, you can stay up there, especially with the interstate ones. Obviously, we'll be paying for accommodation stuff. And that's just for, I went to the asthma conference in Sydney. And that was not cheap. Definitely worth it, 100%. But again, you don't see the benefit until the show. And then we basically invest everything back in anyway. So, yeah, I kind of get what you mean. And yeah, you can't put all your eggs in one basket because you never know what's around the corner with, what's going on now. Speaking to dealers around the country, everyone's down about 20%, which is insane. Like, some dealers are still doing really well, but as a whole industry, I think, it's really tough at the moment. Money is not easy to come by, and if it is, then it's fucking in one hand and out the other.
Yeah, everyone thought things were going to go well because the interest rates were going down, and then all of a sudden they're going back up again. So.
Yeah. But no, we were cool with that. We were cool with them going down, and I was like, oh, we'll keep the pool guy. And now they've gone back up, and our pool guy is $200 a month, and I mean, our interest rate rise has probably put our mortgage back up $200 a month. Yeah. So it's fucking one small business suffers because another one is, I hate it. I hate the fact that I might have to get rid, like, I'm still umming and ahhing, and I'm like, should I learn how to do this myself, or should I just let old mate do it because he's a nice dude and he does a good job? And fuck it. It's like, yeah, who loses out, me or him?
Yeah,
I don't think I know who's going to lose out in the end.
exactly. That's a like a luxury as well. So
exactly, and that's that's what I am. I'm a luxury as well for people, and it's just we have moved ourselves into like the villages and stuff like that, and commercial spaces where I'm not always a luxury. I'm a bit of a necessity and stuff. So yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for us. It's a bit of a weird world at the moment.
Yeah, we're certainly luxury as well doing construction. But I did laugh during COVID when people everyone was trying to keep their business open and being able to work, and people were talking about how people having a nice garden is a mental health thing. So I was thinking, calm down. It's not that important having landscaping. You can do other things.
Oh man, I think 100%. I think it is a bit of a mental. Like I've got just turf down out the back, and I'm so much happier now that the ground is level. There's a wall up, and before it was on a slope, and there was about maybe a foot and a half behind the pool that had no soil behind it, so the kids they could jump off the brick, but they couldn't actually go behind it. It was all shit, but. Yeah, I know how much that has made me feel better about that space, but yeah, when you're not earning and you're just at home, you got to wonder. But they were handing out cash. Like I wish we were a company then, because every company that I've spoken to that was doing their thing in COVID, hey, they were fucking cleaning up. I was like, oh,
yeah, I think I got
sole traders.
I think I got $100,000 from it, but
really,
yeah, but I had 6 staff on at the time. And
okay.
I hadn't worked out how much I needed to be charging at the time, so I lost $105,000 in back too much. It didn't work out too well. Then I had to get rid of the staff because I realised that all these jobs I quoted, I hadn't charged enough for them, and yeah, because it blew me away as well. And that was only 5 years ago. So I've been in business for 17. So
yeah,
because that was the real time I thought that 2 people certainly don't work twice as fast as one.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's weird how it works out, but man, what do you do? Like, you just got to keep on. No one's found I don't think anyone's made it to the pinnacle yet. It's one of those things. You do see some people who act as mentors, and definitely there's people out there with amazing knowledge and shit like that. Like I take my hat off to some people. Like obviously yourself, like you have got a lot of knowledge that could benefit a lot of people. But the people that come on and they're like pretending to be the masters of everything, I was like, fuck you. You have no idea.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts.
There's something that you're failing at.
Yeah. And yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and just hearing them tell people how they need to run their business. And I assume you get a lot of emails about people wanting, like they're usually from America, wanting to get, like they're either a PR company trying to get their guest on your podcast, and they're all talking about how you scale up your business. And I was, not everyone wants to scale up their business.
No, mate. And look, I'm not going to take advice from anyone who can go out and hire someone for $14 an hour. Like, yeah, going to the US multiple times and talking to so many contractors over there, it's a whole different game. Like, we're reaching levels where employees are looking at $40 an hour, and over there, they can swing past Home Depot or something like that and get someone for fucking $10 an hour in cash in hand. And yeah, it's a whole different game. You put someone on a snipper all day and you pay them like, $110, $115. And I know that their cuts are relative, but their profit margin would be huge. Like their cuts are a bit cheaper, but yeah, profit margins is what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm not throwing shade at anyone who's after those dollars as employees, because fucking life is tough at the moment. Like it's expensive. Everything's expensive.
Yeah, it's the same when you're quoting a job. You usually quote it as high as you can get to get the job still. So you're in the business to make money, not just to give the clients a good deal.
That's exactly right. Get your name out there. Hey, everybody knows that I'm good at what I do, and I don't make any profit.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just different personalities. A lot of people, I reckon, because like you said, I've got a lot of experience. I've been in landscaping for 25 years in total, but I still there's like a lot of things I won't sort of tell people how to do their job because there's so many different ways to do it.
Yep.
Especially like when I was doing the course, I asked people what sort of courses they want, and a lot of them said sort of a business related side of things as well, like how to run a business and quote and that sort of thing. And like I said before, I only worked out recently that I didn't charge enough. So it's what I charge and how I work it out is different to what other people need to do because like they work differently and might want to not work weekends, or there's so many different variables that I'd feel to um, just don't feel right telling people how to run their business. But there's other
Yep.
people who have their own podcast and they say this is what you need to be doing, and it doesn't matter that like they say that all businesses are the same. Like they're not.
No, they're not. My old mate down the road, who's got a pushy in the back of his Commodore, who's only been mowing for 6 to 8 weeks. He shouldn't be charging what I'm charging. He should be charging what he's worth, and at the moment, he's learning, so he should be in those learning stages of wages. So, like, it's funny, man. Like, there's a dude that's doing ads now on Instagram, and good on him. He's boosting some ads up big time. But he's running around with like it's like a Aldi mower and a bent whippy and shit, just telling people. He's like, "Oh, are you sick of having a lawn mowing contractor that's not doing right by you?" And I was like, "Fuck, man, your shit's just gonna fall apart." And like, yeah, once you get busy, like you talk a big game. Once you flop, if you fail, if you fuck up, if your mower's shit itself, it's yeah, and you don't have the funds. That's why most of the time when people ask me, and you guys will say, what should I get? I'm like, buy the best commercial equipment you can with the budget that you have, because just doing it with, granddad's 50-year-old mower and your bent shaft from fucking 10 years ago, it's not going to cut it. Once you start doing consistent lawns over and over and over again, unless you're a mechanic and you know what you're doing. But yeah, it's wild. Some of the people throwing around their opinion on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. TikTok's a good one.
Yeah.
TikTok's funny as.
There's wild on there. The comments are awesome. It's funny. Like Instagram is a little bit aggressive, but TikTok is just next level.
Oh, that no one gives a fuck on TikTok.
It's awesome.
Everyone's just like, pile in. It's all on. But I kind of like that for a laugh, so I'll jump over there from time to time. And
yeah,
I don't comment. I'm not a commenter. Like if it's friends of mine, I'll always try and comment on their posts, like to make sure that they're bless you. No one heard it. Fuck, that was a silent sneeze. Oh my god, what an assassin. But yeah, like I'll always try and comment on posts for pals and stuff like that, because I don't know, I think it's a good thing to support other people, and especially ones and they put a lot into their business, because it's I don't know, we're in a bit of a niche. Your Instagram is obviously just booming compared to most. Like you've got, what have you got, like 100 something there, 120 something thousand?
80.
I'm sure you do.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah. But there's a post I did yesterday which is popping off. So like I think when I went to bed last night it was at 200,000 views.
Holy dooly.
And I reckon it'll be getting close to a million. Yeah, it's at 950. Oh, no, just hit a million, yeah. So it was at 950.
Holy shit. Oh, congratulations. Is that your first one to hit a mil?
Nah.
Or you've had a few?
No, I've had a few.
Oh, fucking
that's the thing.
I've had a few.
Like when it's a good lesson for Instagram. If you have something that works, just wait 6 months and post it again. Just slightly change it. Like most of my, and it's also this is a good sort of behind the scenes thing about Instagram followers and how they mean nothing. One of my posts that I've changed a few times, like I did a fire pit 4 years ago, and I've got more than half of my followers just from that one single post being redone multiple times.
Really?
So like yeah, because the first time I posted it, it did well. Like it might have got, say, I think it was 400,000 or something, which was good at the time. And then I posted it again, they got 3 million. like a year later, just sort of saying this was a year ago. And then I posted again. I got 16 million, I think. And then from that
Jeez.
16 million one, I got 32,000 followers from that. So if you take down that one post, and like I might have got 5,000 from the 3 million one. So you take it's a lot of them a lot of them are from South America as well. So like they mean nothing. They're just a number. So
yeah, that's one thing. When we run ads, we do target really well. So my ads kick off, especially for the expo. So that's the only place where I do targeted, like paid ads. And they gain us good followers that are actually industry followers. So that's what I want. I don't want South like all the South American followers and shit like that. I want people who are genuinely going to engage with posts and stuff like that. Like, it's actually quite funny. The Step Bro one that I did 2 episodes ago, the post that I put up about, I took a clip of him hiring 2 crackheads from Brookside Centrelink to do some work for him. Man, that's got a lot of comments. Lots of them are funny. Yeah. And then there's a lot of people on there like, yeah, right. Fuck, that didn't happen. Oh, I bet you'd know what a point costs. I'm like, oh, fucking angry. But I think that one's up around 140,000 views or something like that. That's I think that's probably one of my highest rated ones. But I don't know. I'm not saying I don't want videos to go viral. I'm just like, is there much point when I'm trying to target a certain market and when I'm trying to gain followers? And
like it can be good to make people think you're a bigger deal than you are. So like, and you get brand deals and that sort of thing because they see the followers. And if you do have engagement as well, it's, even though you might have the same engagement if you had 5,000 followers compared to 50,000, depending on who they are, you might get the same amount of engagement, but it can be good. But I just looked up the audience of this post that I did yesterday, and the percentage. So the audience was 13% from the United States, 8.8% from Australia. So that's only 88,000 of that million is from Australia. 7.2 from India, 5.7 Brazil, 5.1 from Iran. So what's the point in getting?
Yeah. I mean, the US one would actually not be that bad. I think, obviously they is there anyone like, I don't know if you've looked into it. Is there someone that's already doing that sort of thing that's in the US market?
It's so different over there, mainly because of their freeze thaw thing. They don't do a lot of, that hardscape kind of thing. They do it a lot differently. Yeah. They'll do it on a flexible base. But yeah, there's a few good ones, like, and they do a lot more the stuff that we don't hear in terms of the colours of the pavers. We'll do, one paver and that's the whole thing. It's all that one paver. Whereas they'll do like a border in a different colour and an insert. Like there's people who have done like a compass within the paving and all sorts of random, weird, a bit garish sometimes. It's a bit over the top, but they do a lot of differences within the pavers, but it's all sort of concrete pavers on a flexible base.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of the fire pit time-lapse stuff I've seen over there as well.
Yeah.
That's where it comes from. The US content is what I kind of vacuumed up with all that time-lapse stuff. But no, that's pretty cool. I think that you would definitely benefit from going over to the Equip Expo. Basically, they've got about 20 acres inside of one of the buildings of just landscaping stuff. It's everything from fountains to fireplaces and even Christmas lights. It's it's very eye-opening. I think one day when you need a good tax write-off, you should look it up and head over there.
Well, I might wait.
There's a big...
It's when it's going to be in Florida. I might do that one.
Yeah, 2029 going to Florida. That's insane. I was talking to Kenny from Stripe Life. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. We're already a year ahead. We're already booking next year's expo stuff now. You got to be, I think they would be, they would be onto it. They would have a massive team because it's just too hard to describe. But all the stuff they have there to do with landscaping, it kind of goes over my head, and I kind of speed walk through there. But yeah, for someone like yourself, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about bringing in anything from any other country that might?
No, I'm not big on equipment. I'm a little bit too old school and do things the hard way until my body breaks down. That's and then I'll think I should have done this. But
I mean, the landscaping school is a good fallback.
yeah, hopefully. But
I mean,
yeah, like I see things like because I follow a lot of North Americans online and see a lot of the vacuum lifts that they have. Like they can hook them up to excavators as well and just pick up pavers and move. But the way that we get pavers in Australia, they're all stacked vertically. So you've got to you'd have to lie down first before you can then pick it up. And yeah, I suppose you could have one of those grabs that picks it up and then lies it down, and then the other one. But there's just so much. Like, yes, it makes it better on your body, so you can not be tired and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the cost of it would just be astronomical.
How are your guns after a day of paving?
Yeah, fine. Like I was talking to Bill yesterday. He was saying how sore his back was, and he said, "How's your back not sore?" I said, "I don't know." So
it's good. Maybe you were just built for it. Like,
yeah, I am. Like we had 2 qualified guys, I think, until the end of the financial year. So he'd been with me. The one who I've got now has been with me 10 years, and the other one was 7 years. And he got out of the industry because I think he's 6'4". So
damn,
he's got a long way to go down to the ground, whereas I'm pretty close to it already. So yeah, it does help.
Oh, well, that's good. It'd keep you fit too. I can only imagine you've got some good upper body strength.
yeah. And we had a fella who used to play AFL come work for us, and he was only 27 when he was working for us. So he's still, he was in elite nick and looked like he had muscles on his muscles. But I got him using bolt cutters to cut some Rio, and he couldn't close them together. So he's got he's got gym muscles, so it looks good.
Yeah,
but they're not sort of useful for what we're doing. So then old chubby old me goes over and just goes snip, snip, snip. Just showed him up.
That's like my hands when Lou's like, "Oh, can you rub my shoulder?" I'm just like, "Oh yeah, fucking." She's like, full death grip. And so, it's all like forearm from, and it'll probably come back to bite me in the ass when I'm older. I'll probably get like bad arthritis in my hands and stuff. But like at the moment, I've got good strong hands and good strong forearms and stuff from hedging and whippersnipping. And
like, from hedging.
From just tossing dudes off in the bathroom. That's my third fallback. I always talk about OnlyFans, but no, it's it does, like, it's good. Like I'm trying to be nice and healthy and do a lot of things. I've just gotten back from I went to Southside Fitness, which is a massive it's like a massive sort of, it's not a gym. Well, they have a gym, but they also sell equipment. So I got a bunch of boxing gear, and we're probably going to go back there and get some free weights because Lou's actually keen as well to do some fitness stuff with me. And yeah, I'm like just trying to be healthy, just doing my smashing creatine to try and get my brain back in order. And the amount of caffeine I put in my body is insane, but it kind of just levels me out with the ADHD. So yeah, I'm good with that. Protein shakes in the I'm living a completely different lifestyle I did like a month ago. As soon as someone reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you should put your name down for this," and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, like I'm motivated now." And it just motivated me instantly. The only thing is, if I don't get into this thing that I want to do, I'm like, I've got to keep going. Don't fucking don't let the disappointment fucking override the drive. So yeah, I've got my fingers crossed, but
yeah, I was surprised.
You can never tell.
I was surprised when you were saying what it was, because you have mentioned it on one of your podcasts what it is. Like the podcast Royale. So no, I'm never sure whether I'm allowed to say anything or not. But I'm like, fuck. So that's boxing,
whatever.
And
it's boxing. Yeah.
There's no way I would do that. I'd be happy to do all the fitness stuff, but yeah, I don't like getting hit.
I honestly, like, there's I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I've spoken to Lou about it. With Ella, we were homebodies for 15 years. It's like she was in a wheelchair, and it was really hard for us to get out and do a lot of, like, a variety of things. We always had our favorite things, like we go to the movies or go bowling, or we do things that really catered for her. And Lou and I basically took a back seat, and we just did nothing with ourselves until she got a bit older. And Lou would go to the gym for 6 months, and then like Ella would have a bad bout of health and she'd quit that, and I'd do something similar. And So, like we always spoke after everything happened with Ellie when she passed. We were like, all right, we've got an opportunity here to live for her, and that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm 42 this year, so it's time to tick some boxes, and this is something that I've always loved to do. Like I've always wanted to do. I've always had a boxing bag. I've just never been in the ring with someone. So if I get the opportunity, awesome. If not, like I've still got to keep kicking goals for her and for myself. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's my mind at the moment. That's my motivation, and yeah, I'll stick to that for a while.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see if it comes to fruition. But like I've been in 2 street fights in my life, and there's been a grand total of 2 punches thrown, and I've never thrown a punch. So
both of them weren't yours.
No, I hit the deck pretty easily. So.
Oh, mate, I've been in a few. I've been in a few good ones. Actually, when Lou and I first met, there was a good one, and she took a stiletto off and everything. She was going to stab, but that ended. I think that was my victory, and it was actually one of the girls behind the bar. It was her boyfriend, and she came and apologized to me the next week, and I had some cold and flu tablets and then came out to the pub. It's like, oh, fuck, all right. Yeah, I'm sure they were cold and flu tablets. I'm sure they weren't punched out of someone's garage. But yeah, he got waxed. And then it wasn't just by me, because this guy, like we had a skull, like he came up behind me, sucker punched me, and I almost got knocked out. And like it was a big king hit too. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. And I thought I was going to go down, but then I kind of woke up, punched him in the head, and then it was like on for young and old. Like I just had him in a headlock, just absolutely feeding him. And the bouncers had him by the legs, and Lou was trying to grab him as well and drag him away. And I just had him in a headlock, and I just remember just punching him in the ear, just repetitively, just this poor guy. I found out it was one of my mate's older brothers. That's why I said poor guy, because there's no beef anymore. But he decided that wasn't enough, so he went outside and he put a brick through the DJ's windscreen, and the DJ was like a 6'2" Maori guy. And as soon as someone goes, hey, dude, someone's just put a brick through your window, he just powered out of his booth and ran outside. And yeah, I never saw that guy again. It was insane. It was probably one of the funniest nights. And then Lou, because I was hanging out with these 2 Maori guys all night, and Lou didn't know them. And it wasn't till everything was done and dusted, I was like, oh, where'd the boys go? Anyway, I was drunk, and I'd given them my keys to stay at my house. And a friend of ours, I will say she was probably not supposed to be behind the wheel, but she's driven me home. It was only 10 houses from the pub, and we pulled in, and she's seen these 2 big Maori guys walking up the stairs, and she panicked. She's like, oh, they found us. I was like, what's going on? And she's reversed, scraped her car all the way up my driveway, all the way along the fence, and then just drove away. I was like, "Oi, they were my friends." But
Yes.
yeah, that was a wild night. It seems to come in like waves. I have these crazy adventures, and then nothing will happen for ages, and then I'll have like a crazy adventure, and then nothing will happen again.
Yeah, I don't have that many crazy ones anymore. But did you see the one that happened in Melbourne at the strippers? That was where a guy threw a chair and hit his mate. That was awesome. And then it turns out that guy who threw the chair is like some furniture executive as well.
That is even better. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Just the knockout. He just like went straight armed and just, that couldn't have, and the reaction from the bouncers where they just folded. That was, yeah.
And that guy is some boxing champ, I think, or MMA. Like that bouncer was laughing.
True.
Yeah, he's
they would have been in trouble either
yeah.
way.
So they're lucky. They got over lucky.
Yeah, that's oh god, wouldn't you have just loved to have been there to see it in person?
And there's like just multiple angles as well of people filming it. Like it's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, there was one from across the street. Yeah. There was one from down. And the funny thing is, I heard the interview in the from the Chinese restaurant next door where he got the chair, and it was a wooden chair. I thought it was just like a plasticky, like kind of like a cheapy chair. but it was a full wooden chair. And he's like, I just got to borrow a chair. And he takes it, just launches it. And it was just the perfect shot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, geez. Oh, well, have you got anything else to add, man? Do you want to let everyone know where they can find the all the information about the landscaping school?
Just the landscapingschool.com is where you can head, and you'll see all the different courses there, and then follow along. And I do in that checkout of each one, I did a video preview, so to give people a bit of an idea on what they're about, because I don't want, like, when you see a lot of courses, you'll see things like, you know, there's $150,000 worth of value for $99 and all this rubbish like that. Because I'm not tricking anyone into buying anything. I don't like, that's not my style. If I don't think it's good for someone, I don't want them to buy it. So I did like a 3 or 4 minute preview of each course that people could watch before they buy it. Like the concreting one, like people think, just in case people think it's the architectural concrete, I've pointed out that it's definitely not the architectural. Like, I've called it concreting basics because I don't want anyone thinking that that's what it is, because we do a bit of that and people like the look of it, so I don't want them to think that's what it is, because I learnt that course online off someone else, so it'd be a bit rude of me to then sell an online course something I've learnt online. But yeah, and if anyone's got any questions beforehand, before buying, they can reach out, because the customer service side of things is something I'm pushing pretty hard for it as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's one thing that will set you above and beyond everyone else is the customer service. So they can reach out to you on like InStyle Gardens, the landscaping school, or the landscaping podcast.
Yeah. The InStyle Gardens is the best one if they're sending like an Instagram message, because I'll get notifications of those ones. But like I haven't checked in a while. Actually, I probably should do that. But like I have to go into the requests folder on the landscaping podcast one, and I don't need to get notifications about those messages for some reason, which is annoying. But
yeah, I've got the same thing with the with some of my pages. It is annoying.
Yeah.
But man, thank you so much for joining me again. I can't wait for the Lawn and Land Equip Expo this year. There's it's gonna be insane, and I can't wait to see how much value you get out of it, because there's a lot of guys and girls that will benefit. Because I know that if I was looking to do something and you had it there to learn online and easily in the comfort of my own home, I would definitely take the opportunity.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to the expo because I love talking to people about landscaping as well. If you see me, at the pub, I'm pretty quiet. Happy not to say a word and do whatever, but talk about work, I love it, so it'll be good to talk to people about.
It's definitely the right show for you then.
It is.
All right, mate. Thank you so much for joining me again, and hopefully we can catch up after the show and see how everything went.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
Sweet, bro. See ya.